Being around an energy vampire can be one of the most emotionally and mentally exhausting experiences. They have a way of sucking all the air out of the room, even if they aren't being obvious about it. Energy vampires have a way of making the situation about them, and playing the victim as their specialty. They are great at getting sympathy from others, and some people are very susceptible to this type of behavior. The more empathetic or caring someone is, the more they become a target to the energy vampire. These people take from those around them without ever giving in return, which is something that becomes very draining after a while, even for the most giving of people. For Sigma males, people in general can be draining rather easily, simply because too much social interaction is something which depletes their batteries. The Sigma male will want to find a way to escape these types of people, as it will make them exhausted almost immediately. For them, it is often easier to set boundaries when they need to, but it might not be obvious at first why this person is so draining. Something like this can be really taxing for Sigma males, to the point where they need to hibernate for a while after they experience an encounter with an energy vampire. They are certainly capable of being social around the right people, but someone who is needy and draining is not someone the Sigma male wants to associate themselves with. Sigma males and energy vampires. Sigma males naturally need a lot of time to themselves, especially after they are in social situations. They can feel drained easily being around crowds or around people who talk too much and don't listen. There are some rare instances where the Sigma male meets someone who doesn't drain them quickly, and they can spend hours chatting and being around them without needing to retreat inward. These people are special to the Sigma male, as they don't push them the wrong way and ultimately can make them feel comfortable. This is not something which is common for them, as most people eventually leave them feeling exhausted, even people they like being around. They simply need a lot of time inside of their own thoughts in order to recharge and feel like themselves again. For the Sigma male, being around people who are especially draining, like the energy vampire, is not something they want to deal with or have to accept. Most of the time they will search for any way to escape these people or avoid being in situations where they might see them. Sigma males might try to come up with valid excuses or even push this person's buttons so they might leave them be. They are often good at setting boundaries themselves, since they know what they want and need and don't want others disrespecting this. Where it can be challenging is in the workplace or somewhere that is mandatory for the Sigma male to interact with this type of person. Being obligated to spend time around energy vampires can leave the Sigma male feeling unlike themselves, constantly emotionally exhausted and even physically ill at times. Someone who saps our energy so quickly can actually manifest in physical ways and make us feel sick when we are around them. This is something which can really disrupt your peace of mind, and it is especially overwhelming for the Sigma male. They might find themselves trying to come up with some way to avoid this person, using any means necessary to keep their peace of mind and sanity. Sigma males don't like feeling as if they cannot overcome something, but in this case they are capable of recognizing when the other person is completely to blame for them wanting to ditch. The Sigma male energy vampire. Being an energy vampire is not something which is attributed to personality types, as anyone can be this way. In many cases, the person who is this way does not even realize, as it comes from internal exhaustion or some sort of past trauma. Being someone who drains others happens from unresolved issues in many cases, or being the person who also gives to others and so they have depleted their own internal energy source. The Sigma male energy vampire can be great at sapping the energy from others, constantly challenging them and pushing their buttons. They know how to get into debates where they prove the other person wrong, or play head games in order to make them give up. The Sigma male energy vampire isn't going to express themselves by being energetic or overactive. Instead, it is often more subtle and is done by them constantly disagreeing or pushing other people's buttons. How to handle them? Often the natural tactic for the Sigma male is to jump into problem-solving mode, which can be useful when it comes to energy vampires. If they cannot completely disconnect from this person and are obligated to be around them sometimes, then they need to find more useful ways to distance themselves. Constantly finding ways to be busy and unable to interact, or simply scheduling intentional time and making it very short and to the point. Sigma males are good at coming up with these little ways to strategizing and getting things done a certain way, and so the important step is simply recognizing that this person is an energy vampire and they need to logically find ways around them. Sigma males might find themselves responding to this person in underhanded ways, which they can actually be very good at. Pushing them away without making it obvious or being able to take the blame for being rude, since outwardly they are cordial. Sigma males can be good at just about anything if they work at it, so it could be useful to play into ways to make this person want to avoid them as well, especially if the Sigma male cannot just be honest and express that they need space from this individual. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments section, and subscribe to the channel with the notification bell turned on so you don't miss any future videos. Also, take a look at our other videos. I'll see you in the next one.